Alright, so here we're putting in rendered bacon fat. Every now and then I bake in the oven a whole pack of bacon from Sam's Club or Costco, and I save the fat in a jar for moments like this when I'm gonna make sofrito. You can use olive oil to any type of oil, butter, whatever you want. But for sofrito, bacon. Bacon fat's where it's at. Now you're adding the green pepper, onion, and garlic. I used about 8 cloves of garlic. I feel strongly about garlic. It's very necessary. I could have got more, but this is just right. You could go less. Some people don't like garlic that much. I put it all in the food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you could just put it in through the blender. You do want that consistency. You could also put it maybe in a mason jar if you have an immersion blender and chop it up like that. This is turkey pastelitos I made, beef, a play on beef pastelito, and I actually made the meat with the sofrito that we're gonna make right now. Minus the marinara sauce, it was just with the sofrito. It was my first time making them, and they came out really good. Yeah. Try. Tú sí que mole. Is it good for you? He's the sweetest boy ever. Gave him the pastelito and a guava pastry too. A dessert. What a homeschool life. Now, husband, you're going to add your spices. 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 bay leaf, also half a teaspoon of black pepper. If you have Aji Cachucha, put one in. If you don't, it's fine. If you want to make it a little spicy, maybe put a jalapeno in it, maybe some cayenne pepper or chipotle pepper. Um, Add whatever other flavor you want to it. You're also going to add 1 whole can of tomato paste. This is the key to making the sauce really thick. You're going to add about a cup of dry cooking wine, vino seco, and about a cup of water. Once the vino seco reduces a little bit, this is going to allow everything to mesh and reduce together. You let it cook, babysit it. You really have to babysit a sofrito, in my opinion, just to make sure it comes out right and you have it right where you want it to be. But clean as you go too. Then you can see it start thickening up. It starts reducing a little bit, and for some people that might be okay. For me, I like a thick sauce with the meatballs. So you're gonna give it time. You're gonna give it time. You see, it's already thickening up more, but still, you're gonna give it time. And now the temperature on the stove, it's medium high. Every stove is different. Um, Medium might be good for you. Just watch it. You see, it's already thickening up. Again, it's thickening up, but not quite. You gotta give it more time. When you do this the second time, it's up to you. Add more, take away. That's the beauty of cooking, and that's what makes it your recipe. The hikachucha, I keep it in vinegar in a jar. My mom brought it up for me from Miami. Much thicker. Still, it has some ways to go. Y por aquí, ya vamos llegando. That's what I like to see, that consistency. It's almost like bringing it back to tomato paste, the original tomato paste consistency. There you go. That's right. Take a look at that. Now that alone, gee, I could eat that on a cracker. Now, up until now, I've seasoned it. I put salt to taste as well. I'm gonna empty out the jar of marinara sauce. You could just use tomato sauce, but this is for meatballs, right? So it's a play. It's a play on the traditional um, meatball recipe. I'm gonna add more water and a little bit more than that, and the patty. And at this point, this is when you add your meatballs, whether they're frozen or if you have browned them in a separate pan. If you want to cook them raw in the sauce, you're going to add a lot more water and adapt this sauce recipe to however you make your meatballs. But at this point, this is when you would throw in your frozen meatballs and just let it simmer to the cook and warm all the way through. If you're going to use frozen meatballs or any other meatball, you can also just bake them in the oven and then throw them into the sauce. Make the process a lot easier for you, especially if you're going to be hosting a party. So, taste test, amazing. You could use this sauce not just for the meatballs, but to make chicken parm. Or if you're going to make, well, something similar to chicken parm, or if you're going to make just a simple spaghetti, pasta, baked ziti, anything. This is definitely going to turn a simple dish into something completely different for your family. And see that thickness? That's how you want a meatball sauce to be. Man, I hope you enjoy it.